Hello everybody, this is Jason Heires and this is My Essential Albums. This is Volume 3 and today we're talking about an album that is one of my all-time favorite albums. It would probably be the album that would be on my list of all-time favorite albums that the most people wouldn't know who the band was or have ever heard of the album. And this band is called Wilco and the album is called Yankee Hotel Foxtrot. Now, I am a huge fan of this album. This is probably the best album of the 2000s as far as I'm concerned. I'm such a fan that when I went to Chicago and I saw these two buildings called the Marina in Chicago and downtown Chicago, I geeked out and went, look, it's the Wilco Towers. And so I really love Wilco and I really love this album. Now, the funny thing about this was this album almost didn't get released. When Wilco presented it to the record company didn't know what to do with it, and they freaked out. And a matter of fact, they basically gave Wilco the rights back to the album and just refused to release it. So it actually took about a year and a half before it actually finally got released. And basically, there's a really good documentary about this that has a lot more information, and I'd highly recommend that you check it out. It's called I Am Trying to Break Your Heart. It's a good little film, and it really points out a lot of the folly of the music industry, and it probably is a good indicator as to why Wilco currently runs their own music label called DBPM Records, because of what all happened with this album. Imagine you just recorded a true gem of an album and you take it to the record company, you're like, look at this is our great masterpiece that we made. And they go, oh, we don't know what to do with this is weird. And we're not going to release it. Now, Yankee Hotel Foxtrot is full of great songs. I Am Trying to Break Your Heart, which is the opening song, is fantastic. Camera is just a really touching, powerful song. I wish I had a camera in my eye. Jesus, etc. is really, really moving. And, a lot of people say it had something to do with 9/11, but it didn't. It was released well before 9/11. But, Tall Buildings Shake, Voices That Quake, singing sad, sad songs. I get it, but no. Heavy Metal Drummer is a really fun song where you miss the innocence you've known, playing Kiss covers, Beautiful and Stoned. There's just really no bad track on this album. It's just great from beginning to end. It has really good sonic textures. It's, good lyrics. It's well-written songs. It's just got everything that you want from a really great rock and roll album. It gets my highest recommendation. It really does. This is kind of the definitive breakout album for Wilco in terms of when they really kind of established themselves as being their own kind of style of music. Whereas before they kind of were more like country rock kind of, and they slowly moved away from it when they did Summer Teeth, but once they got to Yankee Hotel, they just did the full break. Now, there's still, country rock elements in there, but kind of like something like country rock meets Radiohead, and you get a pretty good idea of what Yankee Hotel Foxtrot feels like. You just have these really great sonic textures, and it's got the kinds of things that music geeks really cling to in terms of if you really like interesting music, but it also has the catchy melodic hooks and the good singing and everything that you'd want out of an album that, is like somebody that is looking for something that's more of a pop appeal. The reason why this album didn't become a really big hit is because, the music industry didn't know what to do with it and they didn't promote it. And it's really kind of sad because this should be a seminal work and it should be something that everybody knows. And songs like Jesus, etc. should be, part of the firmament of rock and roll. And for those of us that know about Wilco and love Wilco, it is. And for those of you that still don't know about Wilco, listen to them. All right, thank you.